This is my fight prediction for Janibek Alimkhanuly versus Andrei Mikhailovich. Andrei is a very good fighter. He's out of Australia. He goes for it, but he stays out the back foot just off of reaction and feigning. He goes straight forward, straight back. He will turn lateral, move lateral. Usually works off the hooks. Throws a jab. He has a good jab, but he really not jab centric. He doesn't really just focus on that overall. He likes to counter. He'll give you feints sometimes. He will punch first, but he's not always going to be first. He will try to feint, bait you in, throw a couple of combinations, especially off the hooks, though. His hooks are some of his best punches. Those are his favorite punches to go to, too. Even though the jab is probably one of his best punches, he really doesn't use it much. Overall, his footwork is what separates him. I feel like he's going to need his footwork in this fight with Janibek. Because Janibek, he likes to use the jab, and he's a southpaw. And Andrei is orthodox. So Janibek's used to facing guys who's orthodox. So it's not going to be a problem for him. Probably give Andrei more problems facing the guy who's a southpaw. And the way Janibek is a wide stance, he jabs very quickly. I think the jab and the hand speed is what separates Janibek and Andrei, because Andrei, he throws somewhat of a fast jab, but it's not going to be jab for jab with Janibek. He's going to be throwing a lot of hooks that's going to put him in harm's way if he's not going to be able to double up. You can't just throw hooks with a guy like Janibek. He has a reach advantage, and he's going to be throwing that jab out there, and then he's going to be looking for that overhand left, straight left, and that's going to cause a lot of problems for Andrei. If he can't really sit there and counter with all those punches that Janibek is throwing with the speed, he might be able to get him out of there pretty early. If Mikhailovich can't sit up there and kind of go to the body, turn angles, make Janibek move around a lot, I feel like you got to make Janibek work. Like, a lot of guys let him sit in the pocket, kind of cut off the ring with them. He'll alert forward. He'll switch his upper body around, so it's hard to really catch him. His defense isn't superior, but it's going to be superior when the guy go to a guy like Andrei, because he's going to be looking to be more offensive. Even though he will be reactionary, he's not going to be trying to overpower Janibek, because that's not going to happen. If he does try to overpower Janibek, then it will lead to a knockout, because I don't think he has the physical prowess to really just be all over Janibek and try to put him in a situation where they should be exchanging. And then a lot of times, I'm just going to be real, I think Andrei going to be trying to exchange with Janibek. And that's going to lead to possibly a knockdown and a knockout. Because Janibek, even though with that jab and that body work he's going to have, he's not going to be looking to get into exchange until he figures out, okay, let me get his timing down. What's his favorite punch? What's his speed? Is he going to be off balance? I've seen a lot of times Andrei was off balance in a lot of different fights. And I think just with Janibek's calmness, the magnitude of the fight, overall, it's going to cause a lot of problems for Andrei. So I definitely feel like if Janibek can fight very tough in this fight, which I think he will, if Andrei can't really hang with Janibek after he's looking for the knockout, causing a lot of issues in the inside. Depends on Janibek's inside work. If he can really work in the inside and force a guy like Andrei to really exchange in the inside instead of just being on the outside from the distance, he's going to change the fight. And I think he will be able to do that. He's going to force it over the course of rounds, because he's not going to let this guy just steal rounds from him, which he's going to try to do. I think Andrei's going to try to steal a lot of rounds early. But that jab is going to keep him from stealing rounds. It's going to be real difficult to steal rounds with that jab working from Janibek. So I definitely got him in a 7th round KO. I think it's going to be aggressive. I think it's going to cause a lot of problems. I think it's going to give Andrei issues. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.